Hello, this is Panico Padge and welcome back to another episode of The Curious Expedition with Mods. We are currently playing with Mad Max and we are on Expedition 5 of 6, but very begrudgingly so. I'm not sure if it's something I did or whether it was a bug. I'd like to say it was a bug on what happened in the last episode, but either way, I was very, very annoyed by having to give up all my equipment. I think we got away with all the gold that we could, but we've given up all our equipment, so we're starting from scratch. We've also lost 2 people, which is really going to mess us about in this next expedition. Thankfully, we'll be able to employ 1 person. The other one we're going to have to pick up from a village, pretty sharpish. Thankfully, our stature's pretty good with the villagers from the off. But yes, let's not dwell on it too much. We'll just crack on. We'll ignore it. We're still alive, and that's all that can be asked for, really. You know, if your feet are still on this earth at the end of the day, then that's good enough for most people. Maybe not so much me, but most people. So we can go to the opulent desert, the dark desert, the Wahomey drylands, or the merciless Arctic. Now, I did say last time around we were going to do the Wahomey drylands. I think I'm going to keep to that. We need a relatively easy one. I don't think desert's the way to play it because we haven't got the baggage for the money. For the water. Arctic can be difficult at times, so drylands it is. Eagerly anticipating the forthcoming adventure, I made my way to the docks. The captain had yet to arrive, so I had one last pot of tea. The collector was eager to look upon which instruments we had brought back with us. Well, we got the horn. He purchased a horn flute from us. The collector was eager to look upon us. Which instruments? We got nothing else. I'm sorry. We could have. We maybe could have at some point, but not anymore. It would have all disappeared. The collector seemed delighted with what we had sold him. Together with his newly purchased goods, he left the harbour in high spirits. A woman approached me with a request. She told me about her missing husband, a former adventurer who failed to return from his last expedition. She begged me to try and find him, and if he was still alive, guide him safely back into her arms. Yeah, why not? Why not? I nodded gratefully and promised to seek out her loved one. The news of my glorious adventures had spread, so I was not surprised to see that my fame had spread amongst adventurous spirits. I was approached by several capable persons that were willing to accompany my expedition into the unknown. Who did I want to recruit? So, what do we have? What do we have right now? We have 1 of each dice there and 1 attack dice there. And he's a kleptomaniac. Great. So we could probably do with a couple more. Well, we need at least 1 more set of blue dice in order to be able to do our favourite combos. So who do we have? Oliver Smithson, the cultist. Ardashir Soabaji, the translator. What are you? Is that racist? Claustrophobic? Oh, that's not very good. Or we have Homie Shah, the translator. You are sexist. Sexist. They only hold 1, which isn't good. Do I want sexist? Or do I want claustrophobic? Claustrophobic is probably better in all fairness. We'll go with Ardashir. We could utilise a purveyor of language and welcomed Ardashir Sorabajida to our team. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that the ship was ready to set sail. So, we've got 255 funds. We need to buy pretty much everything. So, well, let's do that, I suppose. We shall take the dynamite, the medicine. We'll just take it all for the time being, then we can refine it after. So that's ideally what I'd want. How much does that leave us? 55? Okie dokie. How much to upgrade the car now? Let's have a quick look. 150. No thanks. No thanks. So we're going to go for dynamite, rope, torches, medicine. Desert. Not desert, drylands. We shouldn't need any machetes, really. Do I want the alcohol? Could be a bit of a pain. It's alcohol or food cans. And it's not all the food cans either. 11. Well, yeah. It doesn't give you as much sanity back as the whiskey does. That's my only problem with that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Deal. We've got the teeth anyway, so we can always barter for food. And well, let's set sail. On to Expedition 5. So we are coming in at the middle of the bottom right region. That's not too bad. We can hopefully see quite a way. After an unexpectedly calm voyage, we arrived at our expedition area. I knew this place held something special for us. Yes, death. That's what it holds for us. Begin expedition. So. Excuse me. Muted my mic just in time for a massive sneeze. What are we going to do? What shall we do? We don't have enough fame to be able to upgrade our trader anymore, which is probably the most sensible thing to be doing, because at the next level he will get another set of dice. Do we get up onto the hill and just have a look, see what's around? Probably the best thing to be doing. Oh, you know what I've done? You know what I've done? I've bought torches and I didn't need to, because we've got the pumpkin. Shows you how much I pay attention. Hey ho. Right, so let us go. I mean, we can take on the raptors, I suppose. See what you are. Is this going to be all cut off? Let's have a look. No, it's not. All right, let's play it safe. Let's go into here. We can always just trade for the torches, I suppose, worst case scenario. Are they going to catch us? Because that's going to suck if they do. Let's wait a second. The raptor's going to get close. Let's do it. 12. 12, 12, 12. We could kick him in the face. Oh, it's a headbutt. I think I'd rather just kill it outright. So let's throw in a dynamite. Half down. Kick. That leaves 3. Come on. Oh. Rubbish. Overkill. We deprive the remains of anything useful. Take it all. So I can explore the springs. Not much point. Then again, I suppose we could do with saving as much sanity as we can. Let's get onto that hill there. We might be able to see if this is open. Oh, it is. It is, it is, it is. Let's pop to the south side of here and rest for a bit. We reached a place of outstanding natural splendour. The water had strong colouring. Blah, blah, blah. I instructed the trek to halt. Oh, dear. Times were dark and Ardeshir was my only human help. Really? It was just a matter of spending enough time together until we got into a tiring argument. I don't exactly recall how it started, but it involved a blunt account about the similarities between God and my outfit. Is he leather clad as well? Oh, God. We did not speak for the rest of the day. Oh, dear. Hey, I'm all for, God being in leather. That's fine by me. Everyone enjoyed the sojourn. Delicate steam laced the water as we prepared to leave. Let's rest once more. As we prepared camp, everyone was allowed to rest. This was a good place, and I was sure we would get some well-deserved rest here. I could not help but feel lonely. What I would give to feel my heart aflutter again. To calm my desires, I wrote a letter to you. Ardeshir and Bukaji were sharing their bedroll this night again. I could hear quiet snickering from them. Filthy animals, the lot! Alright. Alright. Yeah, loyalty's not the best. Alright, so let's go and have a look, see what this is. It be a temple. It be a temple. Well, we could always drop the meat. We'll see what there is first. And the torches, as much as that would annoy me. The temple before us warranted both fear and respect. All manner of plant life grew towards the sun. Grand stairs led up to an enormous doorway. The building was cold to the touch. There must be some scientific explanation for this phenomenon. We carefully entered a well-preserved ceremonial chamber. If this place held any riches, I knew we would find them here. We found a stone altar that was covered in ancient writings. Investigate? Oh dear. Oh dear. So we need to drop stuff. Value of 30. Whereas they have a value of 5, so that's 50. You know what? I'm just going to take it all. What a glorious day. This was exactly what we came for. I stepped into the cold pocket of sorts. I could see my own breath crystallize in the air, and every breath was like tiny needles were being jammed into my nose and throat. Oh dear. How much to get back? 80% of going insane in the membrane. Let's get back to here. I'm willing to go slow. Oh. Cancel. I'm willing. Can I have a... No, I can't. 20% to go insane. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is the luck on our side? We'll soon see. We're doing all right. So we'll explore here. This bleak and foreboding place was located in the midst of a swamp, scattered with the remains of long-dead elephants. For some unfathomable reason, hundreds of the impressive animals had come here to die. My instinct said we would find something of value here. We formed small teams and scoured the place. Take it. We're overburdened already. It's not going to make any difference, is it? Now, here is my thought. We're overburdened. It's going to take us... Well, let's rate this properly. 60%, 80%. So, it's 35 sanities to there. If we were to mount you, it's only 32. So we're saving a little bit of sanity. Let's risk it for 20%. It's a roll of the dice. That's what it is. Oh dear. We were exhausted and terribly hungry. As the night fell, Ardashir Sorabji approached me with a suggestion. If we butchered one of our animals, we would regain much needed energy and instill new hope. So he wants us to butcher the car. We're going to eat metal. That's what we're going to do. And he's not happy. All right. Okay. So eat more and get us home. 20%. I'll take it. We're good. We're good. Our vessel was still offshore when we anchored it. Being here almost felt like the safety of home. So let us first access the storage and get rid of you, you, and you. You as well? You as well. I think. Do I leave the torches here? I think I might leave the torches here for the time being. And we can sell them next time. They're not desperate. We need the space right now. It's either that or the meat. You know what? We'll take the torches. Alright, so now we need to rest. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here and allowed everyone to rest. All hope seemed to be lost. Even the warming flames of the campfire did now to ease our minds. I became aware of an argument amongst two members of our trek. Ardashir out of his mind and accused Bakaji of stealing a personal item. I had to do something before the situation escalated. Who likes us the most? Bakaji does. So, let's search Bakaji. We searched the personal belongings of Bakaji and did not indeed find the stolen goods. Oh, and did indeed. Oh, you bastard. Which we returned to the rightful owner. Bakaji was agitated that he had been caught and was furious about the whole situation. Well, you shouldn't steal, Bakaji. You shouldn't steal. As we prepared for departure, I knew we would miss the comfort of the ship. No, we won't. We're stopping again. Oh. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. Bakaji eyed me through the cold eyes of a card sharp. I soon found myself challenged to a game of cards. Do it. Rubbish. What do we lose? Decreased loyalty again. It seems I was merely his mark. I lost, and badly. I went to bed angry at my gambling ways. Alright. This isn't doing well. After days of resting, we still enjoyed the convenience of our vessel. Nevertheless, I was beginning to feel that the captain was becoming irritated by our stopover. Screw the captain, I'm paying for his time. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here and allowed everyone to rest. The air was fresh and cool as we prepared the campfire. Ardashir came to me and asked about the meaning of some words that he had heard me using. We proceeded to exchange a wealth of language. It was a splendidly emergent moment of camaraderie, only cut short by the late hour. Stay awake longer and learn more. Never had that option before. Increased loyalty, that was good. I stayed up late into the night and memorized as many words as I could. When we finally agreed to sleep, I could barely see the sun rising on the horizon. Or already see the sun, sorry. That's alright. That's alright. Close enough. Alright, let's get out of here. So, this is this region pretty much done with. Pretty much done with. We could get over to the springs and then head east, or we could head north. I think I'd rather head north for the time being. It's very frosty. Oh, an abandoned camp. We found an old campsite. To our surprise, it was not vacant. Oh, someone had arrived here for a seemingly very long time. He introduced himself as Edward Francis and told of how his team had turned on each other, stranding him out here alone. I knew this was the missing husband we had been asked to return home. You're a cannibal, aren't you? Yeah. I told him about his wife and that he would guide him home. His mind had obviously cracked under the protracted absence from civilization. I assured him that henceforth everything would be fine, and I told my team to pack up and prepare to leave. Cool. Let's get on to the question mark. Oh, we can cure him of his cannibalism. Might be worth doing. We entered a peculiar-looking hut. The interior was particularly musty, with all sorts of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with a wild-eyed stare as he chewed on some leaves. Do they have the green mushrooms first? Because that'll probably be cheaper than getting the cleaning. They do. So, haggle for 2 mushrooms. What else do we have? Hill creation, lake creation, dry lands, extended vision. Yeah. None of it too useful. The dinosaur skull has not begun fossilization. Will reveal a prehistoric region on the world map when brought back home. How much is that worth? Not that much. I expected worse. Well, you can have all my torches and a tooth. Okay. Well, taking that into consideration, like for like there, mushrooms will come into here, but that will go in a second. How much is a spear's worth? 4. And then if we were to have a yellow mushroom for carry weight, I don't think this is going to pan out, is it? That'll do. That's close enough. He's got no food. Deal. And then we shall leave. So let us use the mushrooms on Edward Francis. And use the mushroom on... Oh, there's 2. So hang on. We've got claustrophobic or angry and kleptomania. Yeah, we better get rid of him. So has he got nothing wrong with him now? No, he's still angry. What if we promoted you? Still angry. There's no pleasing some people. And then if we do... That's irony. We're overburdened because we have the mushroom. If we eat the mushroom, then we're not going to be overburdened. How much to get to there? 44. Oh, we are mounted there. Let's dismount. 17. That'll do. Cave, cave, rave, cave. Alright, so is there anything behind there that we should know about? No. No. Let's explore the cave. We located a cave. The entrance led into darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to uncover its mysteries. Ha! We have a pumpkin lantern. We used our pumpkin lantern to illuminate our descent. We arrived at a small cavern jumbled with the aftermath of what seemed to be a failed expedition. The bottom remains of what must have been a French explorer. All the bones we found had been cracked open, and it seemed sucked empty of marrow. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to some useful equipment. Ugh, not that useful really. In the grand scheme of things, we'll take it all. So if we eat the mushroom now, we are no longer overburdened. Nice. but 20% to get back. That will not be good. So let's go to there. We shall eat the rest of these and back to the ship. And let us get rid... Well, let's do this first. Oh, good, pneumonia. While waiting for Edward Francis to stop coughing up blood. Oh, dear. On the pristine snow, I wondered whether I could just cut him loose. Eventually, his condition improved enough so that we could continue the journey, but we did lose time. Oh, dear. Right, so I meant to press access ship storage. Let's get rid of you. We'll carry the canvas around for the time being, but that'll be the first to be dropped. That is for sure. And let's rest once more. We settled down and I told the people to rest. The team eagerly gathered wood for a fire. While gathered around the campfire, we heard what sounded like a fight coming from nearby. A young native was striving to fend off a hideous beast. Well, let's help him out. Beasts, that is. Not beast. Beasts. We did get a warrior, though. So, roll. Let's hold on to you guys and roll again. Roll once more. We got what we wanted. We got what we wanted. You and you. Dead. And we shall take it all. So we've got a warrior on our side. And he holds 2. Nice. As we prepared for departure, I knew we would miss the fresh sea air of staying aboard our boat. Nevertheless, I felt more and more that the captain was becoming irritated by our stopover. Alright, well, let's crack on then. So... yes, let's head down here. So when we stop, let's use the crystal ball to take a look-see at this. There is a way through. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's go to Springs first. I'm hoping this is going to cure our naked cannibal friend, who's no longer a cannibal, but is still naked. The team eagerly gathered wood for a fire. All this travelling led us to inherently know each other's perks, habits and foibles. We discussed our different childhoods, which awarded me a greater appreciation of my team. Pikachu told me about how he was attacked by a fierce rabbit when he was a child. Since then he had bore deep distrust against them. And Adashir was not really willing to share anything about his upbringings. He's one of those, is he? Everyone enjoyed the sojourn. It was most trying to convince people to pack up the crates as we prepared to leave. I'm going to do it once more for the simple fact I want maximum sanity. It was a calm night. For once I felt at ease with the wonders surrounding me. I considered my old companion, James Sterling, and wondered on the nature of his fate. Why was he gone? Would we meet again in this world or the next? Why was I still here? Yeah, I feel the same. God bless Jim. God bless him. Alright, so we shall leave now. Oh, started a fire in the ice. That is quite a job. That is quite a job. But no, he's still got pneumonia, so that doesn't help us. Let's get up onto a little bit of elevated ground. We might be able to see a little bit more of this region above us. Not enough, really. I don't feel comfortable in taking on a gorilla right now. Or do I? Or do I? I mean, we could at least walk along this ridge. I'm kind of interested to see what this is. It does mean taking on the gorilla. There's no getting around that. Hey ho. All 2. All 2. Rubbish. Okay, so. Big hit to start. That's what we need. Let's get the defense up with these spears. Do they stack? They don't. What do you and you do? Spear attack. Why not? You and you. Headbutt. How many dice do they have? 2. You know what? Actually, it might be worth doing that on the powerful gorilla if we can't defeat them both this time around. Back to you, though, sir. We shall hold on to you and roll again. Hold on to you and roll again. Tip top. So, spear attack you. Double attack on you. And just the one. We can throw 3 of the bullets in. But that's only going to be 4 health, isn't it? No, we'll, might as well leave it. Punch me in the face. Son of a bitch. Oh, and he stunned us. Cheeky. So you. Spear throw. Power spear. Boom. Last spear just to free up some space. Nice. And we shall take it all. And make our way to the next question mark. Oh, a mission. We entered the mission and were greeted by an old missionary. He was visibly relieved to see new faces, as he had been alone for longer than he cared to remember. I'm not too fussed about stopping over if he's got decent stuff to trade. Do I want to send anything back? I mean, the gorilla paws would be good for the next exhibition. Yeah, let's access the storage room. And give the paws over. The hyena pelts will keep because they're worth more here than they are back at home. The canvases will keep because we'll get rid of those. The machetes will disappear soon enough. That'll do. We're about to trade. What have you got? Not a lot. I mean, we could get something for free, I suppose. Cover more medikits. Custom flares. Revealing nearby areas. Could be useful. No, that'll do. That'll do. And let's stay overnight. It's going to cost us, but that's fine because we can just trade the meat for it. Nice. With his demands met, he allowed us to rest overnight. The remainder of the evening was uneventful and we soon drifted off to sleep. Good! Good. It's nice to have... Let's do that again. It's nice to be able to do stuff without being penalised for it. Oh. Throughout the entire evening, the priest made it very clear to us that Wazayix was not welcome here. He used every possible opportunity to insult him and Wazayix was understandably upset. But hey-ho, that'll do. You racist. You dirty, dirty racist. It doesn't even say he's a racist. Alright. I thought we were all God's children, but hey-ho. We said our farewells and he prayed for us. Onwards. So we're still not quite there for being able to open up more of this. So let's just go this way. We're going to use up a machete, which is probably going to help us a little. Cancel. And we can cross there, it looks. Let's just make doubly sure. Because I fear we might have to peg it away from this temple. There are ways and means around it. So that's fine. We arrived at a long-forgotten shrine. It was a bold testament to the power of its creators. The portal that led inside emitted an eerie chill. A thick layer of sand, my favourite, seemed to surround the structure. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. If this place held any riches, I knew we would find them here. Our steps echoed as we approached the sacred altar. Take it all. Take it all. Yeah. Climate shift. That's fine by me. Up onto the hill. Righty. I'd like to think this right here. In fact, what do you do? What do you do? Just to start in standing. What do you do? I think we shall upgrade Ardashir. Give him a bit more health. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be a waterfall. So we'll give it a go. We'll see if we attract the panther. Looks like we got away with it. Please be a waterfall. God bless you. The waterfall was something to behold. It was an awe-inspiring sight. Nature effortlessly demonstrated her elegance and might as one. Rested. Oh. We settled down and allowed everyone to rest. It was a rather cold night as we sat by the campfire. Times were dreadful, and Yix was my only human help. It was just a matter of spending enough time together until we got into a pointless argument. I don't exactly know how it started, but it involved a vitriolic account about the differences between my lacking of forethought and my outfit. What is it about my clothes? We did not speak for the rest of the day. Oh, okay. Well, be like that then. So we're going to have to rest again. It was a beautiful night and everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. I laid awake and listened to the chaotic wildlife surrounding me. It had me wondering if there was a way to foresee the kinds of curses that awaited me when entering the old temples in these lands. Maybe if I paid special attention to each temple's aesthetic, I could gain a better understanding. Very possibly so, sir. As we prepared for departure, I knew we would miss the rumbling of the falling water. This was truly a beautiful place. Once more. Raw meat, +3. It was a warm night. Wozzyx explored the vicinity of our camp. He came back some hours later with a happy smile on his face. In his hands he held the bloody meat from some poor animal. I was unable to tell which animal the meat was from, but it was probably better to plead ignorance. Yes, it's Jim Sterling. That's what it is. Okay. Right, so I'm going to use this to see if we can get through here. We can. It's probably worth doing a sweeping motion and coming back down south. Running over the desert will be quicker than it would be going through the forest. Although saying that, that's only 17 to 18. We'll do it. Go against my better judgment. Hasn't let me down yet. Oh. So note. Using handholds hewn into the rock, we climbed down to a small patch of grass by the water. It was so deep that we could not see the bottom. We waited until the night was pitch black. All of a sudden, a spirit appeared, floating over the pond. We were told about a remote region that was said to host a seldom-seen breed of white tigers. We made sure to indicate the location of our next expedition. After this miraculous occurrence, the otherworldly spirit disappeared before our very eyes. After a rather uncomfortable night, we were ready to head out again, as new adventures awaited. Ah, well, there you go. There you go. Let's go to there. We can always walk around the hill. We might even actually get on top of the hill, depending on what this is here. Something's going on. Oh dear. We finally clashed over the correct way to enjoy a cucumber sandwich. Trivial, but it was enough to ultimately break any sense of civility, that's the word, between Pikaji and me. I was in the process of chastising him when he suddenly poked my left eye. I could sense that for a moment he considered another savage strike, but instead he ran off into the night. I was glad Wozzyx was by my side to prevent any more of this unpleasantness. Bugger. Alright, well, let us get rid of the... Are we still mounted? No. Of the canvas, because they're rubbish. I examined the strange 1-3-metre-high granite figurine. The grotesque face seemed to look right at us. It was a disconcerting sight, and I desired to move on. I noticed a few items by the statue, which must have been put there by the natives of this region, presumably in an attempt to appease the gods. Take it all. Take it all. Yeah, he's not happy. Right, let's eat all those. The cocoa leaves will keep. Yes, they will. And let's... Wow! Really? What about coming around this way? Just as bad. Okay, let's get up on here first. Let's have a good look. Let's see what's going on. Well, I think it's fair to say we've chosen the right direction to go into. But it's going to cost us a hell of a lot in sanity. Cocoa leaf. Are we there yet? No? Cocoa leaf? Are we there yet? No? Cocoa leaf? Are we there yet? No? Cocoa leaf? Still not there. Damn it. This is at full pelt as well. I mean, is that the most efficient way of travelling? 59. No, it's not. So why take me directly through the forest? That makes no sense. So to there. 63. 73. 63. That makes sense. Come at me, Panther. Come at me. 2 of them. Right, so roll. I said roll, damn it. Throw in the dynamite. Take a little bit of their health off. 4 each. Triple attack on you, sir. Roll again. Let's throw the 1 in to bring you down. We're going to put the defend as a shield on. And we're going to hope to God we get an eye. Of course not. You don't work. Of course you don't work. Well, doesn't really matter at this point, does it? Have a headbutt. Oh. Well, have another headbutt. We'll take it all. Right, let's sort this out. First things first, let's get healed up. So, heal you, heal you, heal you. And let us upgrade. See, I really don't want to upgrade Wazzy XCX. I'm not even sure if he's going to come back with us. We are 1 slot overburdened. What would you drop? That's 40. That's 35. Go to the meat. Right, so down we go. The village. Are they not happy? We're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. We carefully approached a mysterious native village. Its inhabitants were apparently fearless, intimidating warriors. We entered the settlement of a nomadic tribe. The natives were suspicious of our arrival. It seemed wise to put them at ease with some gifts. At least we can see what they've got. So, have the pelts. With that, can I have the mangoes and the berries? The jewels aren't worth it, that's for sure. I'm just thinking, rather than having them, because we're going to leave here at full health. So, do I go for the tusk for some money? I mean, we've got plenty of teeth we can pull them. I say, let's do that. And let's give them as much as they want. So that'll take us to +5. Nice. Can we recruit? I talked to the villagers to find out if any adventurous spirits were willing to join my cause. A few moments later, I had assembled some volunteers and needed to decide who to recruit. I'm thinking the Yakul is probably the best bet here. Ms. Bateman. I mean, we're okay for dice. And the fact that he holds 3, that's good. We'll have the Yakul. And let us rest. I told the team to unpack our things and prepare for the night. The people of the tribe were celebrating a wedding. The ritual was quite intricate and fascinating. The couple seemed quite nervous to my eyes. When I saw how the couple looked at each other, I understood they were able to choose freely, unlike at home. Ah, such a shame. I got a splendid night's rest. The next morning I was awoken by a group of native children, surely poking fun at the strange foreign fellow. Our time with the natives was a delight. They remained friendly and offered us more help. The wedding ritual was still ongoing. The villagers were dancing and celebrating young love. Leaving their village now would be considered a great offence. We better stop then. As darkness fell, the natives lit a campfire and invited us to sit with them. A native approached me with an offer. He told me that he knew of a location far from here which would be worthwhile for our next expedition. However, he demanded payment for this information. How much does he want? Not too much, really. What would I trade back? More? A tooth? 2 teeth? Some rope? How about if I kept the tooth and you had a lot more rope? Could I get a tooth back? Maybe a rope back? That'll do. We were told of an undiscovered region with deadly volcanic activity. However, legend suggested an unusually high frequency of shrines and treasures could be found there. Nice. The night was quiet and peaceful. The next morning I woke to face gathered natives. It seems my bedraggled morning appearance intrigued them. Our extended presence was perceived well by the natives. They remained very polite and open to further questions. The wedding ritual was still ongoing. The villagers seemed lost in thought and prayer. Leaving their village now would be considered a great offence. Well, we're going to have to stop then. We unpacked our belongings, prepared to spend the night, and the natives, blah, 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 blah. This night, the natives made a feast in our honour, to honour our visit, and politely offered us a strange-smelling alcoholic beverage. Drink it! No. He's an alcoholic now. We did not want to offend the natives, so drank the beverage. It tasted bitter, and we stayed up long into the night, drinking and laughing with the villagers. Wazzy X had too much of the beverage before he fell over and slept where he had landed. Not built out for this drinking malarkey, I can see. Is it still ongoing? Are they? They're probably not even happy with us now, are they? A curious young man asked me a question. He was inclined to know whether it was true that European men have multiple wives. No. I told him that our religion frowned on polygamy. He nodded, but it was unclear if his answer satisfied him. Is it over now? You know what? I don't care. I'm leaving now. I've had enough. We got ready and departed as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. They gasped at us. The village did not like us leaving in the middle of the ceremony. It was considered a bad omen for the two lovers. The villagers stared at me as I departed. The following days I had the uncomfortable feeling of being watched. Oh dear, never mind. Right, so what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's use the crystal ball to have a look at what is going on down here. Oh, it's open. All right, well, let's get to there. What be you? Oh, it's a birdie. Let's eat the 2 mangoes before they go off. And via this direction, head to the question mark. Ooh, a trader. Alright, let's do it. A Roman merchant caravan had pitched up camp here. The mysteriously dressed trader had a lot of valuable goods on offer. All of them had undoubtedly been used before, probably during other unsuccessful expeditions. He proudly presented us with a selection of his wares. We could not help but think he was hiding something from us. Alright, so. Well, I could buy masks. Masks would probably be quite useful to appease everyone. They're quite expensive, mind. We could buy tinned food as well, I guess. 3 of them. It might just stave off the hunger a little. I think that's my best bet. We've got plenty of spears and whatnot, so that's fine. The trader seemed expectant regarding our possible return with any specialty trade goods. Well, I think it's fair to say that that region's been locked off, so we might as well head north, away from the bird. And onto that cave there. We approached a cave. The rocky moor seemed to lead deep into the mountain. We required a torch to move inside. We used our pumpkin lantern to illuminate our descent. We arrived at a chamber. It seemed to be used by the natives of this region as some kind of ceremonial tomb. Within were mummified corpses. Many of the mummies were crumbling and so could not be of any intrinsic value. However, after a thorough investigation, our search proved fruitful. Oh, and monies. Alright, this means I'm going to have to drop stuff. Let's take it all. A group of native warriors confronted us somewhat intimidatingly. They must have been tailing me since I left their village. Their leader was clearly furious about my actions and demanded that I pay tribute as compensation. No! I managed to somehow placate them and make peace. Finally, they allowed me to leave. So we are too overburdened. Do we get another set of die on you? We do. Nice. As far as this is concerned, I think the best thing we can do... Who doesn't like us the most? Let's use these masks. So let's get Ardashir up. We need him to be loving us. What's that to? 4. So let's use one on Wazzy X now. That means he might come back with us. Afterwards, we embraced each other in friendship, and I emphasised the importance of his contribution to this expedition. He was deeply moved and thanked me for my kind words. Let's eat all the berries. That's down to 2. Why not use it on the cannibal? It'll keep him happy, I think. Thereafter, I patted his shoulder as I told him that this expedition could only succeed with his support. He smiled with joy and bore the gift proudly. At least no one's going to be upset with us. At least that's the planning anyway. We'll go to that side of the question mark, not knowing truly what it is. A stone circle. We came across a stone circle that seemed to be man-made. There were inscriptions painted upon each rock. Perhaps they formed a manner of a map. So there are more settlements and more ruins. Probably best heading for the ruins. Wozniak made sure to voice his concerns to me. I was not sure how long it would take for him to come to terms with my decision. Alright. We've got to be careful now because we haven't got a lot of sanity. Let's get up onto the top of this. Coolio. Now, I'm just checking to make sure we haven't left anything majorly where a... Oh, we've got a tomb. You know what? We're too far gone. We're too far gone. We need to find the pyramid, which I presume is going to be up in this corner somewhere. So how much to get to there if we eat all the food in the world? 21? 23? What about if we were to mount you? 20. Let's do it. We might have to trade to stop over here, but we'll have a quick look, see. So let's access the storage room first and drop you guys off. That way we've got less chance of the mummy coming alive in the night. Let's see what he's got to trade. Bit more food. Yeah. So if we gave you those... You know what? Let's not do that. Let's stay overnight because he'll want to trade. We'll give him the jewels now and get a food out of it. What about rope? Do I want to give you the rope? Do I get extra food out of it for a rope? No. Alright. That'll do. The remainder of the evening was uneventful and we soon drifted off to sleep. That is good. That is good. And let us leave. Let us leave. So on to the pyramid. It would the pyramid, the shrine. It would appear. Oh. We may need to keep our dynamite back, you know. To blast through here. That's not good. That's not good. Let's examine the shrine. Right, so the building was cold to the touch. Investigate. Take it all. Continue. And... I mean, there's no way around here, is there? I have to go through here. So... let's go to there. Oh! It's going to freeze it over and we'll be able to cross it a bit better. Nice. This bleak and foreboding place was situated in the midst of a swamp, strewn with the remains of long-dead elephants. For some unfathomable reason, hundreds of the impressive animals had come here to die. We did not find any tusks of value. We did find something else altogether peculiar instead. Oh, it's an egg. Well, we better take that egg. Let's wait for a second, because this is going to freeze over, which is going to help us. I don't... Yeah, there's no way getting up there. It has to be down here. It has to be. So let's eat you. 20%, 20%. 20%, 20%. 20% to there. Come on, me. Oh, lordy. We did it. The gold was presented to us in the form of a pyramid made of gold. We had survived the expedition. However, a gate blocked the entrance. A small opening suggested that we required 2 artifacts for the gate to open. We have them. After weeks of travelling, great joy overcame me. I knew that this name, Max Rockatansky, would be synonymous with victory. Whew! I was worried on that one, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think we'd be able to do it with what we had at the start of the expedition, but hey-ho. Okay, we finished last, but we got home. We got home. Bravo! Thank you, thank you. Alright, so this is going to be the last one we get to choose. What do we want? We can have Impetus. Reduces the base anti cost for travelling. Very useful. We have Gun Expert. Additional damage when using a gun. Not too fussed by you. And the Desert Explorer. I'm going to go for Impetus. Thanks. Thanks. So, Huizinga shooting out ahead. I think that's the only one we've got to worry about. Now, we've got a little bit coming to us. So, we are about 260 behind. That's not too much. That's not too much. So, we are going to have to balance this out rather well, though. So, let's gift, sell. That's only worth 50 funds. We do have a mummy. That's 100 fame. So, that'll take us to 310. And we've got some more gold down here anyway. 40, 50, 70 fame, 50 fame. So we'll sell you, gift you, sell you, sell all of you in the world, gift you. We've got 280. How much are you worth? 50 fame, 60 funds. So we'll sell you. Are we bothered about keeping that? We've opened up 2 places already. No, we'll gift you. So that puts us, what? 250, sorry. Fame ahead. Good start. Good start. And next time around, in the final expedition with Old Man Mad Max, we have the demanding PCK White Tiger name. We have the desperate PCK Prehistoric name. We have the lunatic PCK Volcano Dry name. Or we have the Unforgiving Desert. But that'll be next time around. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.